They travelled all the way down?
Yeah, but I think they'd been to the pie shop to get a pie, and Amy had served them, and then they'd come to the house and they were stood at the gate.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, the Radfords, oh my god, they've been on Loose Women. And as somebody said, perfect for a person like Sue. Loose Women, I know. I don't write these jokes, by the way. I get them elsewhere. So, yeah, they've been on Loose Women, plugging the hole that is Sue. I did write that one, right? Okay, so, you know what's annoying? No, I've got so many things to say, right? Let's have a look. What was happening on Loose Women? Why the fuck were they there?
Well, there's an awful lot of them. We've just got two up here today. Please welcome Mum and Dad, Sue and Noel Radford.
Not one single boo in the audience, or did they cut it out? Because, I mean, come on, there must have been somebody that didn't like them. But then again, yeah, they probably did cut it out. I mean, or unless they are universally liked and it's just me that doesn't like them. Anyway.
We've just managed to squeeze some more into our audience. Three of their children, Ellie, Amy, Chloe and Chloe's partner, Jake. Hello, nice to meet you. Welcome. I have to say, Sue, I mean, we've met many times over the years. Yeah. Baby after baby, and every time you go, no, that's it, I'm done, I'm done. I'm exhausted, literally, I'm exhausted watching that. One day of your life, I'm exhausted. How do you look so good?
No.
Well, you know how she looks so good, don't you? It's the makeup artist, you know, behind the scenes. You know how it works. You're on TV, you're on the show. You know, she doesn't usually look quite like that, trust me.
No idea. I think they must keep me looking young. But honestly, life is crazy, but we wouldn't change it for a world, would we?
No.
So how many living at home now, Noel?
There's 18 living at home with us.
To think about that.
Yeah. It's easy to count the ones that have left home, then deduct it. So, yeah, there's 18 at home.
18 at home, and the two of you, so there's 20 of you in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, I just, like... Just talk me through when you get up in the morning. Like, who uses the bathroom? How do you sit round a table?
Well, we're lucky we've got a couple of bathrooms, so there's generally
but there's
not...
18 of them. Why
I know.
Yeah, I know. So...
I really don't get what's going on here. Why have they got Noel and Sue on the show, right? They're sat there, the panel, talking to them and, you know, lapping it up. Because, you know, we all know that they exploit their kids for money. We all know that they've had kid after kid after kid for money. And we all know what Noel is, you know. So why are they entertaining these two?
You've got to time it right. So some get up earlier than others, like the high school. They're always up first, aren't they? And the primary school, they sort of get them out of bed and get them all ready. But no, it just seems to work, you know. Well,
it certainly does work, and we love watching it. So this is the...
Right, so I don't get this again. I'm sorry. I'll keep saying I don't get it because she loves watching it, right? She loves it. She loves watching them exploit their kids. Now, it's not a secret that that's what they're doing. If you are in TV, you fucking know that that's what they're doing, right? You have to know. But also... Loose Women were at the centre of the storm between Philip Schofield a while ago with that teen boy, right? The boy was working for This Morning and he was moved on to Loose Women, I believe. I think that's what happened. And they were really against it. They were really against Philip Schofield for what he did. But what Philip Schofield did was not too dissimilar to what Noel did with Sue, is it, really? Let's be honest. So how can they take the moral high ground on one thing, but then support it on another hand?
The new series, 22 Kids and Counting. Yeah. We started at 15
kids
and counting, didn't we?
Did.
We're now up to 22 Kids and Counting. It's on Sundays at 8 o'clock on Channel 5. Well, how do the kids feel about, you know, being followed around with cameras and having their lives now made so public?
I think because we've filmed for so long now, I think it's just normal for them. You just forget that the cameras are there most of the time, don't you? And you just get on with it.
But they shouldn't have to get on with it, should they? It was never their choice in the first place to do this, and it's not their choice now, is it? I mean, even if they didn't want the cameras there, they have no option but just to accept the cameras are there, whether or not they like it.
But actually, they really love looking back at over the years to how, like, we started when we were pregnant with Oscar, and watching as they've grown up through the years and having all those memories has just been amazing.
Yeah, you can go into the living room and they'll be putting the old series on the TV.
I
And
suppose it's like us looking at photograph albums.
That's what it is, and I think
like
that's
looking at pictures of
themselves. One of the reasons why we thought, OK, we'll do the programme in the first place, because it's like a library we can look back on, and because who keeps photos now?
Straight out of the family vlogger playbook, right? Well, we just do it for the memories, you know. We want something to look back on so we can see how the kids have grown up and everything. It's so lovely to look back on like that, isn't it? It's not as if we can just film for our own memories and keep those films separate from online or TV. You know, we need to share them with you guys.
What is the hardest age for bringing up? Do you think it's teenagers?
Teenagers and older ones, definitely. Definitely. Give me little ones over the teenagers.
But say when they're at school and then they need their packed lunch every day or they bring home homework, do you have to have like a little interview with all of them to see what they need for the next day?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You've got to book your time in, kind of.
Have notes on my phone.
Oh, dear, yeah.
Yeah, so they'll do the homework on their own, and then, you know, if they get stuck, they'll come see mum, dad and things like that.
But how do you deal with their emotional needs, you know, and also their homework needs and their school needs and everything else of their need, not just their washing up and stuff like that, you know, regular mum stuff and parent stuff, you know, that's one side of things. But when it comes to the emotional well-being of your kids, how do you give them enough time every day per child on a one-to-one basis? I mean, say if each child needed an hour of your time, you know, that's 22 hours in a day. You don't have enough time, do you? Do you ever sleep?
Generally, they just sort of get on.
The older ones are really good with the little ones with homework as well. They really enjoy doing it with them.
Oh, so the older ones help the littler ones with their homework. Oh, never mind. We don't need you, Mummy and Daddy. We don't need you. We have brother and sister to help us. Yeah, that's a good idea. But the problem is that they shouldn't need to. That's not why they exist, is it? It wasn't their fault that they were born into this extra large family and they didn't choose to, you know... They shouldn't have to be bringing up your kids.
I suppose they all have to chip in a bit, don't they?
And the reading, you know, there'll be quite a few of us doing the reading. Won't they?
So Amy, the other day, she was sat at the table with Phoebe doing some maths. Yeah.
Did you recently move house? Is that right? You had to relocate?
Well, we've looked at buying a new house, so that's all ongoing. So you need to keep watching to see what happens there.
Oh my God, seriously, did he just say you have to keep watching our TV show to see what happens with this house? Did we buy a new house? Did we not get a new house? Oh my God, but you need to keep watching, stay tuned in order to find that information out. Why not just tell her? Tell her. We all know, okay? You vlogged it, in fact. It's on your YouTube channel. Just tell her what is actually happening instead of this whole, oh my God, you need to keep watching. You know, we need you to keep watching so we get our viewing figures up, you know?
OK.
But, yeah, we did need to relocate because it was...
What was the need? More space?
Just a bit more space, more play area for the kids. But the main reason was just privacy.
OK.
Because we were getting people turn up at the house and, you know, it's fine. You get understand that people walk past and take a picture and things like that, but it was just getting a bit too much when they were opening the gate.
These are literally people just trying to get into your back garden.
Okay, so I completely agree regarding the privacy and the fact that if they're having people walk up their pathway to their house and knocking on their door, that is completely out of order. I don't know why somebody would do that. Personally, I don't get it, right? But on the other hand, it's their fault. It is 100% their fault. You know, how does anybody know where you live? How does anybody know what your house looks like, right? I'll tell you why they know what your house looks like. Because, you know, it's on the opening of every single video you put out on YouTube. That's your intro. Yeah, your big house. Yeah, your intro. And also you've been on TV for X amount of years, you know, and you've vlogged it, and TV have told us where you live, you know? But it's all your fault, right? Obviously, it's not an excuse for people to come and invade your privacy like that, but it's still your fault for doing it, right?
Because they'd seen you off the telly and they wanted to come and just say hello.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, not a normal thing to do, is it?
That was crazy, though, because they were like... They'd come from Scotland, hadn't they?
Well, they travelled all the way down.
Yeah, but I think they'd been to the pie shop to get a pie, and Amy had served them, and then they'd come to the house and they were stood at the gate. But the dogs were all out, and I'm thinking, please don't open the gate, because all the dogs would just go out. But,
so that is what I would call insane fan behaviour, right? And this is the type of people you need to be wary of. They've come all the way down from Scotland specifically to see these. They go into the pie shop and order a pie from them, and then they turn up at their house. That's insane, right? That really is. That's what you call stalker behaviour. And most family vloggers really should be wary of this and be worried about it, to be honest with you. But certain other family vloggers, they can turn it around and make themselves the victim even though they're not, such as our lovely, ever so lovely Sarah Ingham. So somebody posted on Facebook and they said, did anyone watch the Radfords on TV? How do people think it's normal and okay to find your house, take a picture of it, including car and camper, and then enter the property garden? The guy said, we come from Scotland to see it. No, it's wrong. Just because you show your life on TV doesn't mean you're entitled. It's honestly shocking on all levels. Even on tonight's vlog, the lady's talking to Sarah while breastfeeding. No, you just don't, right? So Sarah chimed in because she has to make this all about herself. Obviously, it happens to her. She says, happens to us all the time. Was worse. At the old house, they'd knock on the door. They can't get past the gate, obviously, in the new one, but they still lurk outside taking pictures. We've caught loads on our cameras. Boils my piss when people use the excuse, well, you shouldn't put yourself out there then. I'm sorry, but that does not mean people don't deserve the privacy and to feel safe in their own home. So Sarah and Sue and Noel kind of talking about two different things, I think. On one hand, yes, whilst it is Noel and Sue's fault for putting themselves and their kids online and not protecting their kids online, right? They had actual fans turn up to see them and take pictures of them and see them, right? They did, genuinely, by the looks of things, right? On Sarah's hand, it's more like not fans, because if they were fans, let's face it, Sarah would welcome them with open arms. In fact, she told us the other day that she had some fans that have hired a house near their house so that they can come and visit. So, you know, they don't really care too much about their fans coming, and we would hear about it all the time if there were actual people taking pictures of their house just for, you know, because they're fans. That never happens. What Sarah is talking about is the perceived haters, the ones that apparently come up to their gate and trying to take pictures of their... No. That doesn't happen either, though, does it, Sarah? You do get one or two pictures that slide past, you know, into the wrong sort of hands, obviously, naming no names. But nobody comes up to your gate and starts taking pictures of your house and of you because, you know, you're not that important to most people. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I watched the whole TV episode of 22 Kids and Counting, and it was a little bit dramatic, right? They have bought their house. I reported on this some months ago, like 8 months or so ago anyway, on one of my videos, that they have indeed bought a new house. I'm not quite sure when they're moving in. I think they're doing some renovations to it probably before they move into it, because quite frankly, if they've already bought it and they've not moved in yet, it just seems a little bit off. Maybe it has to be renovated. Judging by what we saw on the TV episode, yes, it would need quite a lot of renovation, so maybe that's what's happening in the background. I hope they don't pull out of it, because I'm looking forward to the big house move and everything else. It's very secluded, so no chance of any of the kids getting taken. Good one though. Until next time, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want more videos on the Radfords, please let me know and I'll do those ASAP. Until next time, take care of yourselves and bye bye.